Hey, hey, hey. I hope everybody is doing good. In fact, how are you? If you are with me today, we're going to talk about how to take things that more than likely you have on your computers. Let's stop making this so hard and streamline it with two simple tools as it relates to creating your sales videos. I'm going to share the tools that we use because I get this question a lot. Like, okay, how do you create these videos? Do you use like in video or do you use Wave and yes, the short answer is you could use some of these other tools, but I'm all about simplifying things and all of my sales videos are created with two simple tools. So I'm going to share those two simple tools with y'all today. So as you're coming in, give me a shout out. Where are you in the world? And how are you? Like, how is everybody faring? Is things starting to open up where you are? I'm currently in Virginia, so things are not very open here yet. I'm originally home is in Tampa, Florida. So a lot of stuff is open in Florida and I'm here. So like, I need to go get another bottle of stuff to color my roots with or something because something's got to give soon. I mean, like it feels like, yeah, like Lori says, what day is it? Exactly. Like I have no idea some days. I'm like, okay, they're all running together. I don't know what it is about this whole, like, again, I work from home, but there's this dynamic of not being able to go out when you want to that just messes with me. So Sharon is saying, Texas, yes, we're opening up. It's so nice. Yes. Aurora is saying, hey, Aurora, good to see you. Las Vegas and many stores have reopened. Yeah, like other than like the necessity stores, like, Walmart, Target, like Sam's Club, like I haven't been to a real store in months. So Sweden, oh, excellent. Everything is fine. I'm so glad to hear that, Camilla. And we've got lots of Texas folks in the house. Welcome, guys. Lisa is from Georgia. She's saying more open than need to be. Our case, yeah, that's the scary part, and I think that's going to be like, I mean, the reality of it is, and I don't mean to come across like crass or unfeeling or that I don't understand the situation we're in. But the situation we're in is the same that we were in 2 months ago, and it'll be the same situation we are in 2 months from now. So 6 months from now, the only variable is when do we get the vaccine for it, right? So we just have to figure this out. Like, it's a balancing act, and yeah, it's scary. So Minnesota, hey Brenda, not much has opened up here. Um, Ohio in the house. Hey, Jody, good to see you. Good morning, Kim. We've got Bloomington, Indiana in the house, sunny and nice. Yeah, that's another whole issue. Don't get me started on weather because, like, I've been in Virginia for about 2 weeks and it has rained like 90% of the days that I've been here. And it's supposed to rain until Saturday of this week. So, like, what is today? Tuesday? And like every day between now and Saturday, it's supposed to rain. I'm like, golly, that messes my whole psyche too. Okay, enough whining. I'm going to stop whining now. Y'all are going to think that I'm just a big old whiner. All right. So I'm going to share. It's going to be, this isn't like deep dive. You guys, you won't have to worry about like being here for an hour. I'm just going to go over some highlights of how I do what I do using simple tools that you more than likely have on your computer or could download at a minimum to get a free trial and use it, make your sales video, and boom, there you go. All right, so, oh yeah, Lewis is saying salons and barbershops are going to start opening here in Massachusetts in a week or so. Yeah, like I'm like at least 8 weeks beyond my time to go get my hair done and forget the nails. Like I gave up on the nails a long time ago. It's funny what we get hung up on, right? Okay, so everybody ready? Like, y'all ready to figure out what two tools I use to create sales videos? Edward, good to see you. All right, so let me share my screen with you guys. All right, So like I said, we're going to do how to make a sales video with two simple tools. So let me get my screen. I'll pull it all up because I'm going to share all my goodies if I don't in one fell swoop. So I have a quick question for you guys. Do you have either PowerPoint or Keynote on your computers? Now, I'm assuming that if you have a PC, you have PowerPoint. Most of us, if we have a PC, we do have Office installed on our computers. And if you don't, you can actually use a web-based version of PowerPoint if you have a PC. So there's no excuse for not using it if you don't have access to it. And then if you have a Mac, more than likely you have Keynote installed on it. So, so yeah, just pop in which of these you are. Are you a PC user or are you a Mac user? Wear it loud and proud, right? Whichever you are. And do you have PowerPoint? I'm seeing a lot of PowerPoints. PowerPoint. Any Mac users? Okay, so PowerPoint. Okay, I saw somebody said they have both. Okay, so guys, it's that simple. You can create incredible. Let me just turn that off. All right, sorry about that. I'm at my dad's and he still has a phone, a real phone. Like the only phone I have at my house is like my cell phone, but real phones like ring. Okay, so PowerPoint or Keynote, you can make amazing videos with this tool. Did you guys know that? And more importantly, have you ever tried to use one of these tools to create a video? Because most people don't think of these as a video tool, right? Am I right? Like, I think sometimes when you're thinking video, you think, well, I got to have this video tool. And you don't think about just sticking with some of the basics. And you can absolutely use PowerPoint or Keynote to create videos. Let me keep going down this road with you. Stick with me for a little bit, and I'll show you how. So here's a sales video that we have created. And I'm just going to open up PowerPoint here so that you guys can see. Now, PowerPoint I'm on the web-based version because I wanted you guys to see that if you don't have it on your computer, you can use it in a web-based platform. The fascinating part about it is that the components of PowerPoint are the same on your, whether you have it on your computer or whether you have it on, you're using the web-based version. So there's a little designer option inside of in fact, I'll just close that up and let me see, where did it go? Okay, here it is. Like if I'm on the home screen, there's a little designer option right here on the web-based version. Usually the way I activate this, the way I cheat on the one that's on my computer is I just paste an image in and it'll give me all these options, right? So if I click on the designer feature, it gives me all these little like looks, right? So here's the text. It's just a straight up, this is what I would call an ugly sales video letter. So my script is on the PowerPoint slide and I actually just read it. It's a voiceover and it's, again, everything is scripted out. It's like I say, it's a voiceover. You just record yourself reading it and voila. But if, let's say you want to make it pretty, right? So you could use this designer feature. So like maybe I wanted it to look like that. All I have to do is click on it and look how it transformed, right? Here is another version. Different looks. You can change it. You can also customize it to your own look and feel. Like if you wanted, if you wanted to do something more specific, different color schemes, etc., you can do that too. So let me show you a couple of options. Let's say you wanted to like just have a background on it. Let's just look at let's just look at, let's see, get ideas. So here's some different, of course, it'll open, if you right click, it'll open up the designer feature again. But you could do, you could put a specific background on it. Here's some solid images, which I'm going to give you some resources for that in a moment. And again, you can just make it look however you want. You can even change, you could go from different looks, or, if you wanted to mix it up, for example, mix up the color schemes, just to give it variety, you could do that as well. Or let's say, for example, this, could use this look and add an image over here, right? I'm going to give you some image resources, like how you can customize your images too in a moment. Your mind's going to be blown. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, this resource, this tool that I'm going to share with you is worth the whole time that I've spent with Kim today. Trust me, because I've never shared this resource. It's kind of been my secret weapon, but I'm going to share it with y'all today. So for customization on custom images. Okay, so you can do, again, different things. You can do different transitions. Like if you wanted your animations to come in differently, like you could click on the animations, you could click on this little drop down, and you could have it spin in. So let me show you what that would look like. Oops, hang on just a minute. Let me change that. I don't like that one. It didn't give us a good, so transmit animations. Let's do it one that really pops. Oh, how about this one? All right, so let's see. All right, see, what if you wanted it to do that? You can do all of these cool things with PowerPoint or with Keynote, guys. Let's say you wanted to put your own imagery behind your text. So what's a good resource for that? What's a good free resource, more specifically? Upsplash is a great resource for really quality images that you could use as your backdrop. And I mean, there's paid resources. I do pay for a resource like Deposit Photo, for example, but there's a lot of free, copyright-free image sites these days, again, like Upsplash, where you can grab great quality images and put your text over top of the images to give it dimension, interest, something that kind of, pulls in the theme of whatever your text is all about, right? So that's, again, one idea for you. But wouldn't it be awesome? Let me just pull this up so that you guys can see this animation. What if you wanted to create your own, and for some reason this is showing up with a dark backdrop on it. It shouldn't. But what if you wanted to create your own custom images, your own custom animations for your PowerPoints and your sales videos? So let me open up this little resource. I told you guys that you were going to love me for sharing this with you. It's a little resource called Presenter Media, and it allows you to create custom animations, or even there's a lot of different things that there's custom PowerPoints as well. If you do a lot of PowerPoints, for example, you could use that. There's video backgrounds that have custom text on it. So if you wanted to use video, for example, you could do that as well. I'll open up a couple of things. And then PowerPoint animations like custom text. So let me show you a couple of things that I've created for my own business. Let me just open up a couple of things. Like here's an example of one. Let me open it up. Oh, well, it's wanting to download it. You can't see it. Let me just make one. How about that? That would probably be the easiest thing. So let's go to custom text, and let's just do this one. Let's just pull this up. Here's a little animation. It's a balloon. And let's say I want to put my own custom text on this balloon. So it's loading. Give it a second. Everything's spinning. And so once you get it, come on. I'm on slow internet here, guys. So hopefully my internet is, all right. So there's a couple of things I want to point out here. You can choose your size. So if you want a large image or a medium or a small, if you want the background to be clear. So I really want you guys to key in on this. Let's say you have why this would matter. Let me rephrase that. Why this would matter, whether or not you wanted your background to be clear, meaning transparent or not. Let's say you have a background, you're using an image, for example, and you don't want there to be this big white spot on your image, right? So you would want to choose that you wanted a clear background. So you'd need to say yes to that. Maybe you want it to be a movie or different formats. They have different formats you can choose. But this is the key. You would click customize your message, and then let's just put, let's just do pop me. How about that? And we would delete. All right. So I would basically just redo whatever I wanted it to say, right? And let me move that, align that up, and then I'm going to just say build and download. So it'll take it a few minutes to take what I used as my custom, my custom text and fix it for me, you know, make it customized. And once it does that, we'll give it a minute, 66 seconds. So while we're waiting on that, all right, so everything is fuzzy. Oh, poo. All right, hang on. Let me take a look at this. All right, it looks like it's pretty good on my side. Guys, if you're having issues with the fuzziness, log out and jump out and come back in, and that might fix it. It looks like it's okay on my side. Anybody else having issues? Okay. It looks like it's okay on my side. All right, I'm just, because my internet speed is not that great. All right. Okay, so now look, guys, pop me now. I now have a customized balloon. I could also have changed the color of this if I wanted to. And I'm just going to go ahead and click here to download. And I'm going to save it to my computer. And then I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint. I'm going to delete this one, and I'm going to insert that new balloon. Picture, this device. Let me find it. And now I have this customized balloon. It could be anything, by the way. You can make so many great custom types of images using Presenter Media. I just wanted to show you guys how you could take one thing and make it custom to you. Now, I mentioned before that you could do the custom text video backgrounds. Here's some of the things. I mean, there's just all kinds of them. You know, I've used a lot of these different things, and they're all, again, you can do some searches for them, but these are really clever when you're trying to, you know, build out a custom look for your sales videos. So definitely encourage you to take a look at those. Okay, so we've talked about that. So if you want to check out Presenter Media, this is, in all transparency, guys, this is a affiliate link, but you can go check them out at kimgarst.com/Presenter Media. They are, I think, $49.95 for a year, so it's not a huge expense. So definitely check them out. And like I shared before, you can also do the animations or transitions. Like, let me show you what a transition would look like. Let's say you wanted to just like wipe out, right? So what would that look like when you're actually doing this? You would click and, oops. Oh, no, nope. My transition didn't work. Hang on a second. Let's try this again. Here, let's try this one. This one's kind of cool. Nope, why is it not doing? All right, well, normally you would have transitions and they would work. For some reason, it's not wanting to work on the web-based version. But play around with the options, guys. There's the designer feature, there's the animations feature, there's the transitions feature. All of these give you unique ways to customize and give some dimension and interest, a movement, if you will, to your sales videos. All right, so let's see. So if the next part of the sales video, like I shared with you before, first tool was PowerPoint. The second tool depends on your choice, your computer, whether it's a PC or whether it is a Mac. Now, I will say this. I personally use Camtasia. You can download a 30-day trial for free if you want to. And again, 30 days, that gives you a window of opportunity to record your sales video. If you have a Mac, you can use ScreenFlow. Both of these are fairly inexpensive tools, but there are other tools out there that are free. Basically, what you're wanting to do is to be able to record your screen and your voice simultaneously. So like I shared with you, I personally use Camtasia because it gives me the opportunity not only to record my screen, but it also gives me the opportunity to record my voice at the same time. And then I can use Camtasia to actually do any editing. Like if I've had a flub, you know, if I've said something I didn't want to say, or if I didn't say it right, and then I, you know, went back and corrected it, I can cut out the part that I messed up essentially. So it gives me that opportunity. Either of these, again, you could use a tool like Loom is something that I've been sharing with some. That's an option. There are other screen sharing tools or screen grabbing tools, recording tools rather. But again, these are Camtasia is my choice, a tool of choice. If you guys have it, I highly recommend it. And then, guys, if you are interested in really digging into how you create a robust sales video, you know, one that's going to sell. I'm getting ready to start my next VSL to Profit course. It starts on Thursday. And if you're interested in checking it out, definitely do. It's kimgarst.com/join VSL to Profit. I teach a lot of what I shared with you today, but I go in a lot more depth, and more specifically, the reason that VSL to Profit has been so successful for my students is because of the fact that there's a fill-in-the-blank VSL script. So you just plug and play your stuff, your you know, whatever it is that the problem you're trying to solve. That script, I think, has been worth its weight in gold for all of my students, because they come out on the other side with a finished product. And lots of times when you go through courses, that doesn't happen. And so I'm super excited about being able to actually share what I know, and then have people come out on the other side with something that works for them, that helps them to actually sell, because selling is hard. And lots of times we don't have the resources or the knowledge. You know, who has the money to go hire a fancy copywriter? And I'll just be totally transparent. I've hired some high quality copywriters, and then what they wrote didn't convert for me. So it's just a combination of issues. But if you are interested in figuring out how to take the components of a couple of tools and a solid, proven formula, then check out kimgarst.com/join VSL to Profit. I would love to work with you. I know I've see some of my previous students today. So if you guys feel like you got great value out of the VSL to Profit, let everybody know, because it's one thing for me to toot my own horn, but it's another totally for others that have had a great experience with it to share their experience. But I'm excited about it. I think there's two courses that I've just recently rolled out, the PDF to Profit and then the VSL to Profit. And we're just getting such great results with my students that I'm just pumped. I love sharing knowledge that is implemented and then they get results with. So like I said, I didn't want to take up a lot of your time today, but seriously, guys, what I just shared with you, you can create any type of video with this. You just have to have a structure to your sales video, which is just a script. You can create an ugly sales video letter. You can create a fancy smancy one, but it really only requires a couple of tools, a PowerPoint or Keynote, and a way to record your screen and your voice. So pretty simple. It's not that difficult. And I'm all about streamlining and making things simple. All right. Well, guys and gals, thank you so much for spending time with me. Has anybody got any, questions as it relates to what I've shared today? Excellent. I'm so glad, Franna, that it worked when you logged out and logged back in. Now, the next question I have for y'all is, who is going to give PowerPoint or Keynote a go and see what you can create? Or Presenter Media. Who thought that Presenter Media was an amazing little resource? You guys don't get sucked in there, all right? Don't get sucked in. I will tell you that, because you'll go over there and you might get sucked in because it's kind of fun. You're like, oh, I can create a lot of things, not just a balloon that says "Pop me now." All right. All right, guys. Well, take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And I'm going to be live again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So join me then if you have a window of time. I'll be sharing, I think tomorrow, I think my topic is, if memory serves me right, how to sell anything or how I sell with a simple video every day, which ties into what I'm talking about today. By the way, hint, hint, this all leads to, how do I help you do that? How do I help you create opportunities to sell more simply using either simple tools or a simple process? All right. All right, guys. Well, take care of yourselves. See you tomorrow.